We are live. I'm Jamie's office. Come on. Come on. I am 1/2 minutes late. Could that hurt me? I don't know. Apologies if people are expecting me to come in bang on 6. But we're here now. All is good. Just move you in. Zoom you in a bit. Oh, God, I'm such an old fart. Alrighty, let's get some drawings done. Drawings. Do I want to use a 3 or a bit thicker? I use a 5, I think. 5, wherever that is. Give me that. A lot of my pens seem to be running out at the same time at the minute. It's annoying. Evening, Denhan. Good to see you. Denhan. What am I talking about? Denhan. Good to see you, man. How are you keeping? Coob, my man, how's it going? Listen to your new track, Coob. It's really, really good. I need to comment on your video, though, and give you a like. I forgot to do that. But yeah, it's really good. I was thinking about that the other day. No, it was earlier today. I thought I need to comment on your vid because it's really good. There's one thing that does always bother me. Can't listen to music. Bit of a stressful weekend, but I hope you're alright, man. And anything you can share, or is it like a private thing that happened? Either way, I hope you're okay, mate. Hope it's nothing too bad. And thank you for the like as well. I've started hashtagging my streams to see if that gets more traffic. I think I said this in the last one. About hashtagging. I don't smother it, just put 3 on your title, and that might help out a little bit. Someone is mowing their lawn. Just family drama over nothing that important. I think we've all been there. As long as it's all settled and sorted out now, mate. Get it behind you. Family dramas always tend to be about nothing though, don't they? You kind of look back and wonder what on earth you were bickering about. A couple of little tweaks and changes to the way I'm drawing. I thought my work was getting a little stale maybe, and the way I was drawing was a little bit inefficient, so I've kind of changed sort of little bits and pieces of it, like the way I had my or the way I kind of came to this sort of style of drawing was I'd have, like I've said before, I'd have like reference sheets of like sort of the side-scrolling games that I'd play, and like the sort of intricacies of like the space stations or the buildings or the environments, and I felt like I'd kind of gone away from that a little bit, so I'm just trying something here. Now that I've settled in to watch my friend decides. No worries, man. Go get your Rocket League on. It's all good. And, hey, at least you came in. That's all I can ask for. Pop it as long as you popped in. You said hello. Dropping a like. I don't know who dropped the like, by the way, but any likes are fine. No worries, man. You got. But I want to play video games right now, but I'm not going to be a good boy. Yeah, I thought the way I've been drawing recently has not been the most efficient. Like, it's not the most complicated, but they're taking ages. Like on the last stream, it took 3 hours. I know I was like chatting to folk and stuff, but the drawing part, I don't think, should have taken as long as it did. So I think maybe changing some stuff up a little bit. And this week, now that my printer is freed up, I'm going to try and get that working to get some prints fired off. I'm trying to think of a good number, because I don't want to just make everything into prints because it would just be too much. But I think what I'll do is I'll start with 5 from this book, 5 of my A6 drawings, and 5 from my sketchbook. I think that's what I'm going to do. So there's 15 prints to start with. So you've got 10 A5 prints, 5 in landscape, 5 in portrait, and then 5 A6 ones. That would be a good starting point. I really need to knuckle down and get the original piece finished. But I've kind of stalled on it because I don't know. I've outlined it, but I don't know what to do it all in just black ink or do some colour. I'm kind of undecided. If the drawing didn't take that long, it would have been such a great conversation. Yeah. See, the conversation bits are good. I actually really enjoy those. It's the drawing bit. I think the way I was drawing, I think maybe I can refine that a little bit. So like for like a little bit over the weekend, I was getting into back into my scrapbook, just away from camera, to flesh out some ideas again. just tweak a few things. I thought about streaming it, but I thought no, I need the time away from camera just to be sort of in my own headspace about it. Because I've started enjoying streaming quite a lot. I'm thinking, oh, should I stream this? And it's like, no, don't stream everything. Just have a few hours just on your own doing stuff. And he's saying, good to see you. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. I thought only Friday. No, Monday and Friday. I'm sure I might have to check, actually. You just made me think. I know I've put on my TikTok, I've put it in the description that I live stream on here Monday, Wednesday and Friday. I need to change it to Monday and Friday. I don't stream on Wednesday anymore. I thought I put it in my YouTube description. Forgive me if I haven't. I might have forgotten. But yeah, Monday at 6 and Friday at 6. Monday's this and Friday's the Altezza one. If I've forgotten, apologies. I'll put it in my description. In my channel description, that is. I thought I had. But how are you anyway, Anna? You good? Don't really use Instagram. No, that's fine. I'm not even. Did I put it on Instagram? Made me curious now. It's good that you brought it up because if I haven't remembered to put it on Instagram. No, I didn't update it on Instagram. I need to change that though. I think it was just TikTok and YouTube. But now you've got me questioning if I updated it on YouTube. I'm not sure I did. Sorry, I put a story out to say that was live on TikTok, but it's not. It's not registered. Try again. It's weird. It's not. Never mind. It might have done it. It's I actually set up all my recording setups, so I'm one step closer to putting out some videos on my own. I agree with Annie, Dead Hand. Sorry for the delay there, folks. I was pissing about. No, I agree, Dead Hand. I know what you mean, though. Like, you get nervous about it. Like, I still don't think I'm very good on camera. Certainly not in an entertaining way. Like, I did a live stream of Hotline Miami yesterday on my friend's, mine and my friend's gaming channel. I need to sort the sound is horrendous on it, by the way, because I'm not used to it, so I don't know what to do. But it's one of those things. Like it's easy for us to say, yeah, do it, man. Yeah, it'll be great. Yeah, but I completely understand the reluctancy around it. It's one of those things where You've just got to do it in your own time, kind of thing. But I think once you've done it once, it's the almost cliche thing in the world to say, but like once you've done it once, you'll be all right. Like it'll just give you that little bit of confidence to do it again, kind of thing. But I completely understand the hesitance because it's obviously like the judgment that you think you're going to get. People are going to give you shit. I don't think I've had any negative comments on YouTube Live yet. I've had some dislikes on some videos and stuff, but I don't think I've ever had anyone like come into chat or post anything negative. I mean, I accept that it's going to happen eventually one day, but nothing yet. And the thing is as well, like I've found so far the art community on like here, TikTok, Instagram has been really like they've been, you know, top quality people. Like they'll always try and support you and all that, and because you've been active in chat as well, like a lot of people, I say a lot, I mean not a lot of people watch me, but the people who sort of watch me, who you've been chatting with, I'm sure they'll sort of jump into you and watch your videos and subscribe to you and all that sort of stuff. So I mean, I know I haven't got loads of followers, but I'll definitely give you a shout out. Like the old progression on YouTube is flipping glacial. But I've just kind of come to accept that, to be honest. That's just the way YouTube is, I guess. I think we were having a moan about this before, weren't we? There it happened. We will see how it goes. Yeah, it's one of those. What, you put it on YouTube? Hang on, log into this one. Is it still Dead Hand Design on? Yeah, of course it's. No, it'd be the same one, won't it? There you go, subbed. And I'll even play it for you. But yeah, anyone who's in here, go and sub to Dead Hand, and I'll give you a shout out on TikTok as well. It's one of those things as well. Like people say, like on the advice videos for YouTube, like how to get a bit more sort of traction on your channel, like with all the thumbnails and all that business. I'm really not convinced it works, or it makes a difference. It makes the video look a bit neater and nicer, but as for actually bringing any sort of traffic to your channel, I'm not so sure. Like I said it before, I am last year, so in December, the one most recent just gone, like I was way too busy, like obviously sorting Christmas out and everything with the fam and all that. I think I uploaded maybe once in the entire month of December, and I think the video I've got, the most views I've got on one video is about 1,400. I think that one was in the December, and I got the biggest jump in subs. I think it was something like 100 subs, or close to 100 subs. And I'm like, how? I haven't done anything. I've done jack shit. I'm just watching your video now, Dan, as well. See, I love all that. I mean, I don't work with circles, but yeah, it's really nice. More of a Zentangle vibe. Vibe. But it's looking really good, man. I haven't sat in 2 years. For random. Yeah, like in a way, like I had my I think I said before, like I had my Instagram completely wiped. We were talking about this last time, and in a way I kind of like the fact that I've got like my Instagram's kind of separate from my social stuff. And on YouTube, like I've got my channel, but I'm subscribed to hundreds, I think over 1,000 channels of just nonsense that I watch. Whereas this is a bit more sort of specific to art. Like I think there's a couple of friends I sub to as well. Oh, excuse me, I just had dinner. Burping a little bit. There you go. Speak of the ultimate small guide to YouTube. That was the video that came up after yours, Dead Hand. I'll give that a like. Very nice work though, really clean. I'll put your other one on as well, your doodle one. Yeah, like I didn't think to separate out my accounts at all. It was just I was kind of forced to. But I think I do prefer it. That sketchbook video, some belting pieces in there, by the way. With the cogs and the wires, that one's great. And the, what are they called? Mandala. Is that the right word I'm looking for? The circular patterns. Like, I want to say, is it Indian henna? Is that what it's called? You know, with the tattoos? It's like that. Is it henna? I don't know. I'm bad for that. Like, I'll think, oh, is this thing called this thing? And I'll say it, and I don't know if it's right or not. I've just heard the word, and it's like, I think that's it, but I'm not sure. Is it Amanda? Is it that, Annie? You're from that part of the world, aren't you? Henna, we got, yeah. You know what I mean, though, don't you? It's not like henna's the one that there's the tattoos and the is it the paints on the hands and stuff, and the mandala's the sort of the circles, isn't it? Where oh yeah, I've got it on there. Yeah, I hope you don't mind Dead Hand. Look, that's Dead Hand's work. Look, it is a mandala, isn't it? I can't bloody think. Can't bloody think. Yeah, I've changed up the way of sort of done the inner patterns, and it already feels a bit more efficient. Is the religious design depicting deities and stuff, and it changes from depending on where you're from? Henna is the hand designs that's done during weddings. Yeah, I thought henna was the wedding ones. Is it all kind of linked? I'm not super familiar with the terminology. I'm a resident of Scotland, so we wear kilts and have knives in our socks. That's not quite as elegant as hand tattoos, but I still think I need to be braver and darkening more sections in. And the edited it 100% there. Oh, with you there, Dead Hand. Mandala description on Wiki is whack. That shit confused even me. But yeah, Dead Hand. Totally agree with you. I just love drawing. But I think that's why I went to this kind of style, because it's just very, like you say, therapeutic. It's relaxing. It's nice, and it's cool. Kind of meeting people in sort of chat and stuff. I do need to be a bit more proactive with my sketchbook stuff. Like these ones here, like these seem to be quite popular. Like I'm showing them off quite a lot, these things, but I've only done one in about a month and a half, 2 months, and that was this one. Like that was the most recent one I did, and I do really like that one as well. I mean, maybe I could have detailed it a little bit more, but I just think I need to do more of them. Just grind them out a bit more, because they were like one of the first sort of sets of drawings that I did on here, and I really enjoyed doing them. I've just noticed the second like as well. Thank you for whoever did that. I can never remember if I said thank you for the second like or not, but thank you very much. Dum, 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 dum. Yeah, very good. I was peeking over at your video there, Dad Hand. Really, really good. Some really nice patterns in there. I'll give that a shout out when I'm done here. Dum, 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 dum. Okay, let's get it on. I think I'll really start thinking about videos when I get my new PC up and running. Channel PC lags, yeah. I was the same, like my PC's quite old now, but yeah, I know what you mean. Like I have to record off my phone. And like I use Streamlabs because we're still going, aren't we? Because when I was doing it from YouTube directly, it didn't seem to up the resolution to 4K, which this phone is. So I thought, well, I don't know how to sort that out in settings. I don't know if I needed YouTube Premium or whatever it is. But with the chat and things, there seems to be like a really big delay. I wanted the new Xbox or PS5. I'd probably rather the Xbox, but my my son plays on the PS4, so just to kind of keep monthly subscriptions down. Like I'm not that fussed. I'm neither here nor there on the consoles. But just for, I'd probably prefer the Xbox. I prefer the pad on the Xbox because I've got quite chunky hands. It's just more comfortable for me. I'm just on PC. I ain't got the money to buy an Xbox. Yeah, they're extortionate, like 400 quid. I think a mate was saying he's seen like the newer Xboxes and PS3s for 380, and there's a slim version of the PS5 coming out, I think he said. So maybe that'll be a bit cheaper. But we'll have to wait and see, won't we? Yeah, it took me ages to save up for my new PC. Mine was done out of necessity though. Like even with this one, I'll probably run it into the ground and salvage what parts I can from it. It's not that old, but PCs are just developing. PC parts are just developing so fast, it's hard to keep up. And the next time I'm able to afford a PC, I'd rather kind of do. I know there's companies that build them for you. Like you pick the specs of it, and then they'll build it for you and send it out to you. I know that's probably a bit more because obviously the labour of putting it together and all that stuff, but I'm just not that tech savvy. Like I tried building my one and I got most of it done, but it was when it came to wiring it up, I just, nah, I needed a friend's help. Xbox to watch YouTube on telly. I'd love the PS5 as well to play. Yeah, PC is the best option. Yeah, I think once it's all, when your PC's all built, I think swapping in and out parts is easy. That's the bit that I was able to do. It was just when I had to wire it all up, I struggled with it. So like I wouldn't mind getting an extra 16 gig of RAM. Like motherboards now, you can just slot them straight in. It's literally just click it in. And they're not, I don't know, I've not checked on PC parts, excuse me, for a while in terms of price, so I don't know actually. My graphics card. What is mine? I can't even remember what my graphics card is. I couldn't tell you. It's been ages since I've checked on stuff like that. I want to say no. I don't even know. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. I've had the same monitor I've had for about 15 years. I wouldn't mind a new monitor, but I doubt I'm getting one of them anytime soon. Still see that. You should never use them on 24. I think. Come on, I don't know. You've got me curious now. I think my PC is about 5 years, maybe older than that, actually, 5 years. You have got me curious, system. My processor is an AMD Ryzen 7 1800X 8-core processor, 3.6 gigahertz. I've got 16 gig of RAM. Oh dear. Yeah, that needs an upgrade. Does it not say what my graphics card is? Device manager, is it in there? Advanced system settings, is it in there? Oh, hang on. Where is it? I've got no idea what my graphics card is. That's worrying. I should know stuff like that, shouldn't I? System devices. Oh, there it is. Oh, I was right. NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1080. Yeah, it's good. It's pretty old now. Like, what are we up to now in terms of graphics cards? Like 3000 series or whatever. Studio has to find an upgrade, but if it works, don't touch it. Yeah, like it might. I know what you mean with that. Like it might sound better, but then when you install it and all the updates come, it can just cock up like everything you're used to. But yeah, I suppose on some bits and pieces I could use like a bigger SSD drive would be nice. I have actually got an extra SSD drive. I just haven't put it in yet because I'm a lazy twat. Just use that for window and then my other SSD use for other things. But yeah, my graphics card's outdated. My RAM's fine. I could just use a bit more of it. I'd say the last. I'd say. High demand game that I played would have been either GTA 5 or Doom. The new Doom. And my PC handled them well enough. SSD is always nice. Yeah, I read that apparently for running your Windows off, an SSD drive is better but for just pure storage. Is it a HD drive? They're better. It was on one of those, tech help website thingies. I don't know if that's right, but like I say, my computer knowledge, PC knowledge, the sort of techie side of it is minimal. Like I can do a system restore and that's about it. You'd be surprised RTX 350 is below 1080 performance. Really? What's all the extra bells and whistles for then on it? Thing is, I only tend to read up on graphics cards and things like that when I actually need one. I don't really have an active interest in following up on any of it, you know what I mean? The thing is, both 3050 and 3060 are cheaper. The newer and efficient, yeah, like you do wonder how much of it is buy it because it's new and shiny. Just a new because of the sake of it being new kind of factor. A lot of it's brand loyalty as well, like people are kind of hardcore stuck in their ways with either like Intel or Ryzen, all that kind of stuff. I just don't give a shit. Just whatever's the best, whatever works. Like I don't give a toss about brand stuff. There's brands of stuff that I like, and if I find a brand of something that I like I'll get something randomly, and if I like it I'll probably just try and get more of that brand because it's like I got one thing that was nice. So like an example of that would be like Corsair. Like I bought a mouse that was a brand, you know, I wasn't searching for them, I just kind of Googled or Amazon searched, you know, gaming mice, see which one was the best. There was a Corsair one that got good reviews, got it. It was really good, and I thought, well, if they do good stuff, I may as well just keep getting their stuff. But like I said, I don't, you know, I don't care if it's Logitech or whatever. 1080 was the flagship card back in the day. So that, yeah, I remember when I was building mine. Like I said, mine was being built out of pure necessity because my old PC broke, and it's like I just need one now. And the 1080 was like the big thing at the time. I think I remember building it around that because I thought, well, if I'm going to be using, because at the time I thought I'll try. I think I was still doing some 3D stuff then, or trying to. And I wanted to try and record things as well. I think I started recording certain things back then. seem like the good kind of all-rounder. You might want to check the RAM frequency. Higher the frequency, the better performance. Thank you very much. I'll definitely take that into account. Efficiency is a big deal. If you're more efficient means less heat, less. Yeah, it wasn't efficiency. What was it? It was, but cool. I remember cooling. Like you, I suppose the comparison I remember reading was something like the revs in a car. Like, you know, when you're doing sort of a certain speed, you want the car to be doing as less work as possible, so it can kind of last longer or it runs more efficiently. If you can do like bigger challenges with less work, then like similar to PCs, like if it can do kind of big tasks, the less work it has to do sub tasks, like more efficiency, like you guys say. Yeah. Like I've done all this in 51 minutes already. Like this, just check the clock. Like this would take me about an hour and a half normally. Sometimes the motherboard only supports RAM frequency to it. Yeah, do you know what? When I was building this PC, like I hadn't really looked into PCs a lot up until I built this one a few years ago, and the amount of like you can get micro motherboards or smaller motherboards for more compact PCs. There's like different types of motherboards. So I thought, God, I've nearly bought the wrong motherboard here. Because I always, before this PC, I always thought just a motherboard was a motherboard. You just bought it and that was it. But no, you have got to. Fuck have I done here? Oh yeah, you have really got to look into that sort of stuff. For example, RAM frequency is 3200 megahertz. My motherboard can only support up until because of the heart thing. Up until that much, is that what that says? This much, yeah. Is that frozen? No, I thought it was frozen then. I mostly use maximum. Oh no, I've read all that. Read all that. What a crap line that is. It's because I didn't push the page down to flatten it. There's also DDR4, DDR5, yeah. I remember reading about the DDRs. Yeah, I don't think it was DDR4 and 5 when I built this one. I think it was it 3. I don't know, but yeah, that was another thing I found out. I had to go over all of the things that I'd put in the basket for my PC, like over and over and over again, to make sure I didn't buy or get the wrong version of something that wouldn't be compatible. Oh my god, what is that? Like when I bought my processor, the one I'd got on the PC previously, so that PC was what, 10, 12, 13 years old, maybe older. It came with like a little fan to go on top of it. So then my assumption was they all came with that little fan, but mine didn't. And I spunked all my budget already. But I had to pay another 45 quid to get a fan for it. In fact, I got 2 fans for it. Bloody hell, that's loud. DDR3 is ancient. I will have to check. I don't know if there's a way to check it on here. Does it say storage system devices? Software device? No. I don't know what it'd be under. Processors, it would just say Ryzen, yeah. Software, sound, storage. I don't know where I'd find it on the settings. Like giving me specific details of what it is. Like I said, I'm not. Yeah, I don't. I'm not. Like I said, I'm not tech savvy. Hardware, computer, bit. Yeah, it just says RAM 16 gig. It doesn't tell me anything else. I don't know where I'd find it. Might solve half your problem. Task Manager Performance tab. Check the frequency there. I'll tell you right now. Task Manager. What was it? Performance. CPU 3. Oh, there you go. In use compressed 9.6 brackets 1.8 commit. I don't know what any of that means. Speed 2133 megahertz. Slots used 1 of 4. Form factor DIMM. Hardware reserved 51.5 megabytes. Don't know what any of this means. Ethernet CPU 3.06 gigahertz. Memory 16 gig. Speed 2133 megahertz. I don't know what any of that is. Saying 60% memory on users. I don't know. I don't know what any of this means. CPU memory. Oh, it's definitely old. That's all I need to know. Old as shit. Yeah, I'll upgrade that. I don't know how much the cost of stuff like that is anymore, though. because that would be, I think that was the thing I was looking at, that and an SSD drive. Oh, no, probably not the SSD drive because I've already got one, but I'd say, yeah, the RAM was the next thing I was looking at. My 5-year-old laptop has 2667 megahertz. RAM is actually cheap. It's motherboard that you have to swap out unless it already supports DDR4. Is there a way I can check that? In the settings or anything, like what motherboard? Oh! Device ID, system type. Motherboard's quite expensive, like £100. I don't know. I'll look at it. I'll look at it in a bit. God, my daughter's been so bloody clumsy recently. Bashing herself up. Crucial's official site has option to scan your PC, then it tells you. Oh, okay. Crucial system scanner. Have I heard of that? Crucial system scanner. Upgrade my computer. I'm not gonna. Oh, do I have to? Okay, right. It's a whole thing you have to fill in. I'm obviously not gonna do that now. I'm streaming some work. But no, thank you for the website thingy. I'll go and check that. I'll go and check that out. Give me 2 seconds, everybody. I'm just going to go and grab a drink. I've left it in the freezer. Oh, I'll take the dinner plate down as well whilst I'm there because my throat's dried up a bit. Is that it? And we're back. Sorry, I just wanted to go and get a drink. I've left it in the freezer though, so it's frozen solid. Yeah, I'm unfit as fuck. Forgive the language, but there's no other way to say it. It doesn't help that I'm asthmatic as well. You wouldn't have thought that I'd played football in school, did you? I was playing footy with my son over the summer, and it was all right. Ached a bit the next day, but I just think, God, I need to start working out again. You can't be this lazy fat slob. Nah, I'm not. I'm not really fat. I'm just unfit. I just love food too much. I love snacking too much. Like my main meals are fine. Like I actually eat pretty well. Like with dinner and things like that, I'll cook. Most of the week it'll be like homemade. Like I'll cook homemade food for everybody, and we only have one day a week where it's like, just freezer shit. But I'm just an absolute bar steward for snacking. Like I always, whenever I go downstairs, I'll always stick my hand in the biscuit jar or get the missus to get me snack. Like look at these things here. Do you want some bacon? I've got some bacon crisps if you want it. I used to get these. There was these ones. It's the same brand. Is it what they're called? I think it's Lorenz. They do these peanut flavoured crisps that I used to get when I lived in Germany, and I just sculled an entire bag of them in 2 days. And I just thought, this is why running up and down the stairs is difficult. You're just 25. Welcome back, Coob. Did you win? Kick some ass? Get some hat tricks? Won most of the games, couple of hat tricks. You sound actually pretty good at that game. I always hang back and I'm a filthy casual, so I'll just... My tactic is always the same. I'll hang back, be in goal most of the time, and I'll try and run onto shots. I can't do any of the backflips, spin in the air, or any of that shit. It's too hard. I'm not good enough at the game for that. I had to uninstall it though as well because our rent's gone up, so I've had to kind of penny pinch in certain areas. So like I had to take like my Xbox Live. I had to, or sorry, the what do you call it? Game Pass. I had to get rid of that, which is a shame because I hadn't finished a couple of the games that I was playing on it. But sometimes you have to make some sacrifice. It makes me want to work harder to sell some stuff to earn back the game time. It's a shame I can't have super chats on. I still don't know how the chat in TikTok works. Like people sending you roses and shit. But I checked the wallet on it and I've made 10p off chats in TikTok. I'm like, well, hey, I'll take that. Cricket World Cup is going on too. Never got into cricket. I try not to keep snacks in the house, so I have to walk to the shop to get any. Yeah, I'm an absolute dickhead for it. Absolutely. Like so recently near my house, like literally round the corner, I have to walk past it when I take the kids to school. It is 20 seconds from my front door. It's a big new shop, and they've got a place called the Cream Hut attached to it. Fucking hell, that's dangerous, you know. Where they sell like brownies, and there's a thing they sell called a brookie. So it's like a giant cookie, and they've hollowed out the middle and put a brownie in it. I'm like, why are you doing this to me? There's a Subway going up apparently next to it soon as well. Although Subways I only tend to have when I'm hungover, so I'll probably be safe from that. But they do these. They've got like these their sort of own brand of like little packets of sweets, and one of them are these things. So all they are just these little bags of. It's basically like if like Crunchy, you know, the chocolate bar Crunchy. It's just loads of little nuggets of that. Absolutely scarf down a load of them. I'm so bad for it. Come on, be brave, Jamie. Actually darken in some bigger bits. There you go, look at that. Sounds amazing. That's dangerous. Gonna work on a new track while I watch. Oh, nice one, Google. Look forward to hearing that. Yeah, that brookie is a dangerous game. Dangerous game. The good thing about the Cream Shack or whatever it is that it is quite expensive. Like a brookie is about £3.60. They do like trays of like cookie dough and ice cream, which are about £7. So it's like you know, pricing you out of your dirty eating habits, but it is good. Yeah. Have I left any gaps yet there? Keep meaning to when I do a sketchbook drawing, time-lapse one, use one of your track cube. I keep forgetting to do it though. I'll have to download it and then I can obviously credit you in it and give you a shout out. Hopefully, you'll get more traction your way, even if it's just a few subs. Because, like I said, I'm not the biggest channel myself, am I? But if we can help you out, then the more the merrier. Do it. No pressure would be cool though. Yeah, no, I just need. It's just on me to remember, isn't it? I'm a member of quite a few. Can I mute? I don't know. But no, if I remember it, I'll definitely use a track of yours because it's my kind of jam. Right now, so we've got the main shapes down. Let's detail this bad boy. Yeah, we were chatting before Dead Hand as well. Like, this is like one of my favourite pens, and the timing of when you messaged me about those pens was perfect because I had these in my basket. I think it was a pack of 3 of them for 10 quid, and they're in my Amazon basket. And it was when you said you'd found those pens, I was like, yeah, that'd be perfect. I'd rather give my money to you than to Amazon, because these sort of nibs this smaller, they're really hard to find. Well, they're not really hard to find, it's just there's not that many of them going. And I think this one's starting to run out a little bit. I think. Can't be sure though. Do I have a pattern that I want to... No. New. How am I going to detail this thing? I'm going to go a bit different with this one. Bit of a bendy line, that's fine. So I was just subscribing to Coob and listening to a track. It's right up my sort of synthwave. Yeah, it's bang on, isn't it? Yeah, go subscribe to Coob, everybody. His music's bang on. My kind of stuff. I was checking both Dadan and Coob's channels. Yeah, no, both really good. Oh. Crunch. need my drink to defrost a little bit. That is one thing I have given up though, back onto the old diet thing, is I gave up energy drinks. Like, I would drink coffee, but I've got such a sweet tooth, I just don't like the taste of it. It's too bitter for me. So I was drinking energy drinks. And I still take my vitamins though. Take your vitamins, people. And the come down off of that. Like, I'd only have one a day, and it was always a sugar-free one, you know. But for about 2-3 days, I had a stinking headache. It was rank. Oh, to sort of get all the caffeine out. I would I'll just close this just in case. Like, Sneak, this stuff is actually really good, but it's like £31 a month. You get 20. Well, it's not. It's £31 for about 20 servings. So I would do it like, I'd have it during the week. Oh, hello, If. How's it going, man? Good to see you. Excuse me, whilst I nearly vomit my guts up. But Sneak's really good. It's like 12 calories a portion or something, but it's just the cost of it. Yeah, no worries, Coop. Thanks for popping in again. Really appreciate it. You go and relax, my man. But yeah, energy drinks. They taste good, but my God. Well, some of them do. Some of them taste like ass. But anyway, how's it going, If? Good to see you. Are you all good? I seem to be getting like 4 or 5 viewers consistently every stream now. I'm still yet to have 10 in at once, and 9 is the most I've had in one stream. One day I shall get to 10. Yeah, you all good over here? Thank you. Thank you for the 3rd like, by the way, whoever did that. Appreciate it. But yeah, all good over here, just chilling with everybody, getting a new sketch down. I was saying earlier that I've changed the way I've drawn a little bit, just to try and be a bit more efficient. I was addicted to Monster on Ultra Rings anyway at my peak, doing 3 a day. Yeah, 3 seems a lot. I think the most I've had in a day is 2. And I'll only tend to have 2, like, if I'm either hungover or I'll use it as an excuse to treat myself at the weekend. But I'd always justify it by saying you can have one sugar-free and the other one you can have a more sugary one, like the blueberry Rockstar are the ones I like. I really like the they did a bubblegum Rockstar and was it a sour raspberry one? There was like a purple and blue one. I thought they were the best. They were my favourites. But then they stopped doing them. But I don't. But I just have like whatever. It was usually a watermelony flavoured one, so I know Relentless do it. Rockstar do a nice watermelon. Well, it's alright. It's watermelon and kiwi. What else ones did I have? Some of the Monster ones were good. Was it the green one? It was like a citrusy flavoured ones. The mango one was rank though, but I don't like mango flavoured anything. The drawings that you've done look really good. Are you on about Dead Hands one? Yeah, they're really good. I don't know about spelling. I can barely talk, never mind spelling. But if you're talking about mine, thank you. If you're talking about Dead Hands, I agree. Dead Hands are very, very good. Both. What I do is if I don't watch to the end, I'll usually go back and next time have a look. Oh, I appreciate that. Like I know watch time is a big thing on YouTube. Like it's not just about people tuning in, it's about how long they watch. But the thing is, with a live stream, like, I understand, like, if people don't want to go through it all, what I'll tend to do is, if I'm sort of offline, like jotting ideas in my scrapbook, then I'll tend to have stuff like that on in the background. But I quite like watching longer form drawings and stuff like that. But I try and mix it up. Like, I'll have shorter form and longer form. So I'll have, like I say, the 2 to 3 minute time lapses and the longer 2 to 3 hour stuff. But I've neglected, I was saying earlier, I have neglected the shorter form stuff recently. Like, I've not done a sketchbook in, I don't know. In fact, I'll tell you now. This is going to be bad, this. Excuse me. So the last sketchbook I did 1 month ago. So in the last 2 months, I've done 2. That's not great. I need to do more. Like, I did an A6 one the other day. All of them look really good. Some good work out there. If there is anyone who's watching who hasn't appeared in chat, thank you for coming in. Like I say, you don't have to say anything in chat, but it's always nice when people pop in and stick around. I do wonder if the hashtags, this is only the second stream that I've done, where I've put hashtags in the title. I do wonder if they help. Again, one of those YouTube help sort of videos saying, yeah, they're really good. Got no idea if they are. I'm here, Huckleberry. I was going to watch that film last night, Ellis. Ellis is one of my IRL friends. Known the man for 20 odd years. I saw that clip on TikTok yesterday. It's the one where Michael Bain was like, I'm surprised you show up. And then Val Kilmer just appears out and goes, I'll be your Huckleberry. Such a good scene, that. I'm in my prime. That scene in the bar where Michael Baine's doing all the tricks and then he just does it back, Doc Holliday just does it back with a cup, is brilliant. It's such a good scene, that. But thank you for joining, Swayze. Are you working as well? Are you doing some work? Some admin. Until we dance into the fire. I was watching that earlier. Whilst I was eating my dinner. My friend, hopefully not too much of a late one. Glad to catch your stream. Missed a few recently. Go. No, don't worry about it, man. Hopefully now, I don't know if I've said it to you in person that 6 o'clock is the sort of time that I've stuck with now. Every stream I do will always be 6 p.m. just because it's just more consistent. Because before people were guessing, like they didn't know when I was going to come live, so it was just always by chance if they got me. Whereas now, like everybody knows, and it's if they can make it, it's cool, and if they can't, again, don't worry about it. It's just easier for everybody, innit? So they know if they can come in or not. But any time you can come in, I'm always grateful for it because it'll hopefully tick away the sort of hours on the algorithm and maybe bring more traffic. I think the last time I checked, I was at 600 hours. And to get your channel monetized, you need, I think they dropped it to 1,000. Was it 1,000? No, 3,000. 3,000 hours a year. But I don't know if that's from like January the 1st to January the 1st and then they start again, or if it's like a rolling year, like January 1st to January 1st, then January 2nd to January 2nd, like that. Will it be on YouTube or TikTok or both? The streams. So so I've missed some comments here. Do you go for a pattern or do you... Sorry if I completely missed your comment there saying if you go for a pattern or if you just draw. I'm sorry about that. I'll answer that first. In this book, I'm assuming you're asking me. In this book, I'll just draw. This is just... I'll draw whatever comes to my mind. There was a couple of drawings where I was overthinking it. Like I think this one I overthought it and the stream was done anyway. But I'll just draw. Like I might have a very, very rough idea of a pattern. And I'll just try it. Like I'll think, oh, maybe that could work. And I'll just draw. Other times it will be more thought out. So like I was saying earlier, like I've got the scrapbook that I have, which is this. So what I'll do is I'll just scribble bits and pieces of ideas. So you might like recognize some of the patterns. Like I'll just do little chunks of patterns. Like that was like an idea of like a train almost, like carriages. Like I've done a couple like that. Like that colour scheme you might recognise in the book, the greys and the blacks. All this kind of stuff. So I'll jot down like notes of like the colours that I'm using, the patterns that I've done, like I'm using dot patterns there. And I'll use the scribbles I've done in this book to make these. So this was the book I showed you earlier. These are the ones that are a lot more thought out. So they start off like, I don't know exactly what I'm going to draw in my head, but I know what kind of pattern or detail I'm going to do. Sort of think, right, I want it to look roughly like this. So there is a bit more thought into these ones because it's a single piece. I mean, these are as well, but the whole point of this sketchbook was just don't think about it, just draw. Just start drawing and see what you come up with. Because I've said in streams before that I put a lot of pressure on myself with these ones because I think they've got to look really perfect and exact. And sometimes, like, I'm not happy with that one, for example. I think there's too much red in it. But other ones, that's the one that got 1.5k views as well. But these ones do have a lot more thought into it. Like I'll do, you might see me use blue pencil for some of the shapes as well. Like that was based on one that I'd done before. Like you saw the colour scheme and the pattern in the scrapbook. Same with this one. That one as well, I think. But yeah, these ones in here all have like a beginning somewhere that I'll expand out on. The A6 pieces do as well. This one doesn't. Oh, excuse me. But yeah. In terms of what was I talking about before? So to answer the first question, sometimes I just draw, sometimes I'll write down or draw down a pattern first. The point of this sketchbook was to be just draw. Like you can tell some of these drawings are a bit rougher. They're not like this one, it's not as clean. Like I'll play about more with like dashes and dots and little bits of detail. Oh, 1 second, my door's just, someone's at my door. Oh. I'll read it then, yeah, first. No worries, thank you very much. See you later. Sorry about that. Swear to God, people. It seems to be every time I stream that there's knocks at the door from like someone picking up a parcel or something being dropped off. Or anyway, what was I saying about these drawings? Yeah. Completely lost my trail of thought now. Yeah. So yeah, to answer your question, if these ones are more just draw without any thought. And the ones in my sketchbook that I showed you, the ones in the A6 one, are a bit more thought out. The ones in the Arteza ones, they're kind of half and half. And you asked something else as well. Will it be on YouTube or TikTok or both? If you're talking about the streams, so the Monday and Friday streams always on YouTube. Whenever I stream on TikTok, I don't have any fixed days when I stream on TikTok. It will just be kind of when I feel like it, but I'll always try and do it around about 6 o'clock, between 5 and 6, just to try and keep it a bit consistent. And what I've done is that's what I bought this little book for specifically. So this will be all the TikTok live streams that I do, and then when I've finished it, I'll go through it with everybody. And I did 2 drawings on the first live stream, and then I've done 1 each ever since. And that was the last one that I did. They take about an hour, these ones normally. But I'll try and get into this book more often. But the TikTok ones at the minute, they're a bit more random in terms of time and sort of what I draw. But like I was saying to Alice, like I've made the YouTube live streams 6 p.m, like always 6 p.m now, just for consistency really, and it seems to work. It seems to be working out, I think, because people know that that's when I'm on, if they want to come in. But yeah, my some friends, some of the school parents, or one of the school parents came around. They dropped off a book for Isla, but it's for me and the missus to read. Isla's my daughter, because she's been asking questions, you know, those questions about her body. I'm like, oh, okay. So it's a book called What's Happening to Me. So I've said, right, we'll give that a read and talk to her about it. Thank you for the 4th like as well, whoever did that. Appreciate it. I think what I'm going to do with this one as well, like I didn't plan on doing this, but for this one I just thought I'm going to do a blacker background with some details. I need to be braver with darkening in some of the in-between bits as well, because it's not always going to be super detailed in the middle. But I hope I answered your questions. If you've got any more, just fire away. But I don't know if you were in the stream earlier as well, if prints for these works are on their way. I think I said I'll start with 15 to begin with, 5 from this book, 5 from the sketchbook that I showed you, and 5 A6 pieces. Price points, I'm not fully decided yet. I think what I might do is 15. I'm kind of thinking of 15 for the A6 and 20 to 25 for the 20 for these. I might do that actually. 15 for the A6, 20 for these, and then 25 for the coloured ones. That's my first thought. And what I'll do is I'll pick my 5 favourite ones. So from this book, for example, I think one of the I think that was a definite. Hadn't decided on either of these. One of these maybe. That one, I think it was. It this one or the other one? I did one similar to that. Probably this one. Probably that one. 4. And then I might. Should I do this one or maybe this one? I don't know. I'll pick. I think it's something a lot of artists struggle with. I think that is a very good price scheme. Yeah, the reason I've thought about it like that is the A6 ones take anywhere between 20 minutes and an hour. And again, I'll be picking the more detailed ones. These take from anywhere from an hour to 2.5 to 3. Like that was a joke. That one shouldn't have taken as long as it did. If I were to do this one, I'd fill in the corners here, and I'd maybe do a couple of bits in the background. And the coloured ones that you see, they take an hour and a half to 2.5 hours, depending on which one. Do you do custom? Not yet. It's something I'm thinking of doing, but not yet. I think what I want to do is get like a shop set up first with things to sell, and then when I'm comfortable on a roll, and got a good kind of schedule and consistency going with putting out prints and original works, then I might start opening up commissions. I've had quite a lot of people ask for commissions, and I've had to say I'm not doing specific commissions at the minute. I will be selling my own pieces online though, and I will obviously make people aware when they do go up. And like I say, the first original piece, I'm thinking of selling it around about 150. But I've stalled on it a little bit because I'm not sure whether to do it all black ink like this one, like these ones, or do it with colour. I'm not sure yet. So I've kind of stalled on that one. And I have started work on 2 other original pieces. And from the direction I'm going with those 2, they'll be closer to 200, 250. But that's exactly why I wanted to do prints. Prints are a bit more affordable, and like I can just keep kind of reeling them off. Like once I've scanned it and tidied it up, I can say print 10. I'll say there's 10 available, and then I might do another 10 and so forth. Whereas the originals, they're going to take a lot more hard work, a lot more effort, a lot more detail. So they're naturally going to be a high price point. But I just wanted something to put there to be something for everybody, kind of thing. But I'll obviously let everybody know when, there's stuff up, because I've got to sort out a website and all that kind of stuff. Like, I know I was thinking of Etsy, but I don't know if I can be asked with the middleman of that. I'd rather just kind of do it on my own. But I've got no idea how to make a website. As I'm gobbing all over my drawing. When you have your shop, I might get some as presents. That looks so good. Thank you very much, If. I really appreciate that. I'll be as quick as I can. Like I said, I had a really sort of stressful week this week. Or the week just gone. It was just one of those weeks where it just kind of drained you down, and I couldn't get much work done. Just so much admin, stuff like that around the house, which was really frustrating. So it slowed down a bit, but all that's sorted now, so I'm hopefully this week I can really get a move on. Like, was it last week or the week before? Week before, I had to go. Like, I spent the whole evening at a comprehensive school with my son, where he's going to go next year. So it's just just loads and loads of stuff like that you've got to sort out. But yeah, it's all coming. It is all coming. If you like, I don't know if I've showed you guys before. I think I might have. Did I show it on TikTok? I can't remember if I showed it on here. I can give you a little peek at the original piece I'm working on. And I'll show you what I mean. Like, kind of struggling to figure out what to do with it. But it was a good thing though, because that piece that I've done, immediately as I was doing it, there were bits I didn't like, but I think I rescued it. But I immediately said to myself, right, you are planning these way more. That's why originally that one was going to be about £200, but I dropped the price immediately because I thought, no, you need to structure these a bit better. But I can give you all a look if you'd wish. See what you think. Let's do this. I used Wix for my website, fast and easy. I've heard Wix is very good. Because it wouldn't need to be like massive, or it wouldn't need to be ultra detailed. It's just like a storefront basically. So the piece I'm working on right now, I'm going to be careful not to mess this up, that I've kind of stalled on. Like I like the initial design of it, but I don't know whether to do. So let me move that. Don't want to accidentally get ink on it. So that's the piece I'm working on at the minute. So that's going to be at about, because it's on plain card, it's on like Bristol Strathmore card as well. So the really detailed stuff I've just done on the card, like I've not even used dot grid for that. So it's more of a freehand piece. But I don't know, like I've done the clouds and the sort of skyline in the background, but I don't know whether to colour it. I don't know whether to use black and white. I've kind of stalled on it a bit because part of me thought I might use grey for the clouds and then blue for the lines behind it. And I was just going to sort of neon colour the sort of details in between the bigger panels. But that's where I'm at with it so far, but I need to decide what to do with it. But when it's finished, this one will probably be about, but depending on how much more detail or colour I use, it will be between 150 and 200, depending on what I do with it. If I do it all black ink, it will be 150. If I add colour and a bit more detail, it will probably be a little bit more. But I am thinking about just leaving that one all black. But that'll be the very first one that I do. And then I've started work on a second one as well. But that's I've only done pencil outlines for the second one. I haven't done any detail on it or ink. It's just pencil drawing. But I thought it would just be a good idea if I'm going to be doing more expensive pieces. Then you know, I understand like 150 to 250 pounds expensive. Like there's no doubt about it. But I thought it would just be good to have cheaper pieces as well. Not cheap is probably the wrong, well, they are cheaper, but you know what I mean. More affordable. Looks amazing. Thank you very much, Steadhand. Appreciate it. There was a great exchange I saw on TikTok. I started following somebody, again, me with the names, but I do follow quite a few people on TikTok. And she painted a shark on a canvas. The canvas was massive as well. It was like, maybe what, 6 feet by 6 feet maybe? It was flipping, maybe even bigger, I don't know. And the detail in this thing was insane. Like a fully painted, I think it was a great white shark she painted. And she was selling it for 70 grand, $70,000, right? And this, I've always said that I think people should sell their work whatever they think it's worth. Even if I were to buy it or not, it doesn't matter. And I think she was fine to sell it at that price point, by the way. It's like, you want to sell it for 70k? Sell it for 70k. Obviously, I can't buy that. And somebody put in the comments, it's amazing, but it's not worth 70k. And then she put, without missing a beat, straight under it, it is worth 70k because that's what I sold it for. I thought that is the biggest mic drop. Yeah, somebody will buy it. I've said it a few times. Like I've always said, always sell your work what you think it's worth. And if people are always gonna hate on it or disagree with it, but it's your work. You worked hard on it. But I've never got that same confidence for my work. For anyone else, I'll say sell it what you think it's worth. Doesn't matter what anybody else says. It might have even been you, Dead Hand, I think, who said a good start point was 200. I'm sure it was you. Might have been someone else. You can correct me if I'm wrong there, but I'm sure it was you who said like a good start point for original works is about £200 on that size sort of paper or canvas or whatever. Because I would really love to do sort of bigger pieces, more adventurous pieces. But obviously it's time. But I think I'll always do the Monday and Friday stream. I'll always do, and all the sort of little sketchbooky bits in between. I'll always do that stuff. But I've kind of shrunk the time for that down to give me more time to do bigger pieces, like the one I just showed you. Because if I am going to obviously make this my occupation, which is what I would like to do, I want this to be my job, I am going to have to sell things at a price that's going to obviously going to be worthwhile to do it as a job. Yeah, that was me. It was told by an art teacher. Yeah, 200 seems good. The reason why the one I've just showed you I kind of marked down a little bit is, like I say, because the chances are I'll probably just be doing that one in full black ink. Whereas anything that I'll do with coloured stuff, like coloured inks or anything like that, I'll probably do more. Quite like this one. This one might go out as a print. I don't know. Excuse me. Still think 200 should be your base price and go from there, but like you say, it's what you feel you should sell it for. Yeah, I mean, I still might. I think it all depends when I finish. I might finish it, and if I've like added more detail to it, I might look at it and go, do you know what? I've worked a lot of hours on this, or I've added more and more detail to it to make it look better. I think it's because I'm looking at it and its kind of current state, and I've not finished it. So that might be why I'm kind of looking at it a little bit differently. Oh, my phone's dying already. What are we on? 20%? Let me turn the screen down. When do we get? How long are we doing? 2 and a bit hours? I mean, I am nearly done, so we'll be alright. Be alright. What would you like? What would you like to make an hour out? What would you like to make an hour out of this? Have I read that right? What would you like to make an hour out of this? I don't understand the question. Do you mean? I don't know what you mean. Would I like to make an hour out of this? Am I being thick? My monitor is filthy. I've just looked up at the screen and just seen dots all over a page, and I thought, oh, it's my page mucking, but no, it's my monitor. Oh, how much? Thank you, Ellis. I'm stupid. This is how much for an hour? Oh, I've no idea. What would you like to make an hour out? I swear my brain doesn't work. Jesus Christ. I've got no idea. I don't know. No idea. I genuinely don't know. Because I'm thinking of it as per piece, and it takes as long as it takes. But maybe that's just my inexperience, not knowing what to charge an hour. Um, like having an hourly rate. I think maybe I'm not thinking about it like that because I don't have clients as such. I'm just making art for people to buy. So I'll just I'll finish a piece, think I spent this, I'll take it all into account. Like I spent this amount of time on it and I put this much detail into it. Because like the piece I'm doing now, like I'm not, it's taken me longer to think what to do with it, the one that I showed you, but I wouldn't charge any extra, like because it's taken me longer to think about it. Um, so I've got no idea. I've never thought about it like that. Maybe it's something I should think about. I think I'd have no idea how to even calculate that. I've got to go. Sorry, bye. Have fun. No worries. If thank you for popping in. Really appreciate it. I hope to see you in the next one. That'll be Friday. Just have a. If you want to try and catch me on TikTok on a live stream, I'll try and make it 6 p.m. there as well. So just kind of keep a lookout for that if you want to watch me on TikTok as well. But it's a good question though, Dan. And I didn't even think about hourly. Be on the next live. Bye. See you later, Riff. Thank you again for joining. Appreciate it. To decide a price, then divide it. You need to decide a price divided by how many hours you've put into it, and you'll have your rate. I've not timed this one. I've not timed. I've got no idea how long I've worked on it for. I don't even think I could guess. It's something to think about though. Like I'll probably need to pay attention to that on the next piece that I do. But this one I couldn't tell because I think because when I started working on it, I thought right, I need to strip back other things that I'm doing, like I used to do most of the stuff to go on YouTube or TikTok, but I thought, right, you're getting a bit of an audience now. You need to start working on pieces to sell. So I need to kind of move some time around to make more time for that because I want that to be the main focus of my business or whatever. As I don't want I don't want streaming to be the main thing of my artwork. That'll be a nice little extra that I keep going. Like I'll always stream, but I don't want it to be the sort of priority, if you know what I mean. I think the priority should be, creating and selling artwork. And the piece that I showed you, I started that when I was sort of moving time around to try and fit that kind of stuff in. So it was a bit all over the place when I was putting time into it. Like it'd be an hour here, half an hour there, or I'd be in the middle of it, and then I'd have to go away and do something like with a kid. So I honestly couldn't tell you how long it's taken. Maybe if I had to guess, I don't even think I could guess. No, because I'm thinking 5 hours to 7 hours. But no, it wouldn't have taken that long. But then I think, well, maybe it did because I had to draw it, then I had to go over it, then detail it. I think the details alone in the main panel, sort of the little squares and dots and stuff, I think they took an hour and a half. But I honestly couldn't tell you how long that piece took. But I think for the next one, you've got me. It's a good thing that you brought it up because what I'll do is I'll time it. Obviously, it doesn't have to be down to the second, but I know what you mean. Like, just keep an eye on like how long it's taken me to work that rate out, because it is something I should really look into, isn't it? Because otherwise it would just be me guessing at what the piece is worth. The way I was going to do it, I don't know if this is the most efficient way, probably not, was that piece that I was doing was a 9x12. So that kind of dictated how much I was charging for it. And then it was just how long it took, but obviously not an exact amount. It was just that I know that this piece took longer than that piece. And going off what you said, starting at 200 and then kind of working it out around that on how detailed it is. And yeah, I should really look at keeping an eye on how long it's actually taking me to do. But it's all these things that I can learn because I'm brand new to this gig. So just things that I wouldn't even think about, like something as obvious as hourly rate. Like I just thought I just kind of do a piece and then pick a number what it's worth, but I should really think about how much to charge for my time as well as everything else. So it's a good point that you bring up. Art by Suarez is a good art channel. He does completely the opposite kind of art, but has some good points for artists starting out. Yeah, thank you for the recommend. I'll look him up. %, I will look him up. I don't know if I'm going to finish this piece before the battery runs out, and I won't do what I did last time. Like I stopped recording, and then I thought, oh, I'll just move on to the next one. I'm not doing that again. Whatever I don't finish on camera, I'll finish off camera, because this is so close to being finished that any sort of extras I want to do, I'll just do away from camera. But yeah, I think I'll always want streaming to be part of my work. Like obviously, like I say, it won't be the main bit. It will be You know, the more detailed and sort of original pieces, because I think that's where, you know, I should put a lot of energy into. But I really enjoy doing this, and people seem to be into it. Cheeses times, Gray. How's it going, my man? Wedges of cheeses in the house. What are you doing up this early? Thank you for popping in, my good man. This is a good. This might be a good thing to talk to you about, because this is so. Carter Inc. is he's another IRL friend that I've known since college, and he's got his own business in graphic design. So yeah, Gray, I might have to talk to you about pricing, because one thing I didn't think about that Dead Hand has just told me about is what I would charge an hour, and I've just completely didn't even think about it, like what I would charge an hour. I've just done a picture, because it was actually on Dead Hand's advice that I thought start at 200, and I thought, oh, but I based that around the size of the canvas. It's a 9 inch by 12, and then I kind of went from there. But yeah, I should really look at an hourly rate to work out more accurately what my prices should be, what my time should be. Because if I'm going to be doing commissions as well later down the line, so I was going to ask, like, do you charge hourly, Grahams? How do you work out your prices? Wakanda cheese. a technological advancement in cheeses. Yeah, talk to me, Grahams. Talk to me about prices. Prices, prices, prices. What kind of cheese? What kind of cheese? I'll be honest, I thought you meant cheese from Wakanda. Seems a bit beneath them making cheeses. I've got bigger fish to fry. What would Wakanda cheese be like? Made of adamantium. Is that what the soup's made out of? Oh no, it's vibranium in it. Vibranium cheese. Vibranium cheese, even harder to spread than Lurpak. Yeah, I've not even looked at this piece. How's this piece looking anyway? I don't even bother looking at these things until I'm like nearly finished them. I'll just kind of draw and hope for the best. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Pretty good. I'll get some background detail on this. Rhino cheese. Milk of rhino and then get some cheddar off that. Where's Graham's gone? I was asking him about pricing. Pricing. Marketing. Self-promotion. Sanders complaining about Fortnite. Rhino cheese. Reese. Reese. 5 likes as well. Thank you for all the likes. All 5 of them. That is a lot of likes for me. In stream, anyway. So still hoping one day I'll reach 10. I'll get 10 in here all at once. One day, people, I can dream, and I will dream, god damn it. I dare to dream. I dream big. And off, pal. Enjoy the rest of your gym. Cheers, man. Thank you very much for joining, Sways. Appreciate it. I'll catch you on COD whenever you're next on, bud. 10k likes. God, yeah, can you imagine? Imagine the chat would be unreadable. Well, by then, I think when you get into the sort of realm of 10,000 likes or hundreds in the chat, I think by the time you get to that level, you've got your super chats you're able to do. So then you're able to filter out more sort of specific comments and things like that. We're getting there, just a couple of chunks left to detail and then we're nearly there. I'm watching some Japanese streams. I don't know why, but they get active around this time. It's like 5 AM in Japan. That's a bizarre time for people to start streaming. 3 AM. What kind of what's the type of thing they're streaming? Is it like gaming stuff? Because that's the only thing that makes sense to me why it would be at that time, because gamers tend to be late ones, don't they? Oh, excuse me. $10k likes. I'd settle for 10k views. Because I managed to get one video at 1.5k. Not one, just multiple streams. Games, motivational, just chilling. Yeah, 3 AM, I don't know. If that's when you're up to stream, that's when you're up to stream. Can't argue with that. I've got to be up at like 7 every morning and I'm pushing 40, so that's just not happening for me. $10k in live is mostly for YouTubers around 2, yeah, but really high, like in the millions, isn't it? 100, yeah. It's crazy, isn't it? Like the amount of live and subs people get is crazy. The only thing I'm thinking about at the minute is my target, so I can be fully self-sufficient, is 1,000 a month. I think it's a reasonable target, and it's enough to kind of, for me and the family, to be self-sufficient. Like, I don't think it's wholly unreasonable, but that's everything. Like sales of drawings, streaming, whatever else. Because I know I'm not going to get it off this anytime soon. But I know you can make absolute buckets off streaming. I remember thinking about, because I'm a video gamer as well, and I thought, could I realistically do that? And I don't think I could. I don't think I could play the same game. Like, I play Warzone with my pals, alright? And it's a really good laugh. Like, it's fun because obviously you're on with your mates and it's just, you're doing it for the banter and just having a laugh. And I thought, I see these Call of Duty streamers, like, they make gangbusters and they're really good at the game. And to get that good at the game, you've got to put the hours in, like, and I just don't think I could play that game for that long. I think after 2 to 3 hours, I think I'm spent. I'm like, yeah, I've had enough. I've got to take a break or go and do something else. So I don't think I could physically do that. The fact I probably couldn't even get as good as them anyway if I had that time. But yeah, I just don't think I could do it. I'm not even sure I think I could do video game streaming full time either. Like, I did a video game stream last night and it was fun and it was a couple of hours. But to kind of make it a living, I'd have to do that all the time, and I'd rather do this. Like, it might not be as lucrative, but this is just much more fun to do, and I'd rather, it just feels like it's more productive, I'd rather create something that I'm able to kind of sell on. Right, we're at 1%, but I've just finished. 2 hours 45. God, that took longer than I thought. But then again, like Deadhand was saying, we've been chatting. Oh, it's gone.